Quotagé! Hi folks, Trev here, and I'm going to go through a few mistakes people make when mounting TVs to the wall. The first is the TV size. The bracket might not hold the TV size or the TV weight, so make sure you get the right size and weight that it can hold. The second I would say is that the bigger the TV, try not to move it. So if you have a 65-inch TV and you're trying to put it on a tilt and swivel, if you can, try and steer away from that, and only put it on a tilt and swivel, on maybe a 42-inch or up to 55-inch. But the smaller for tilt and swivel, the better. For a bigger TV, you want to kind of get it mounted, get it on the wall, and just then leave it there and not have to touch it. If you're putting a TV above a stove or a fireplace, I would try to have it at least 3 foot or have it as high as possible. So if you're putting in a stove or an insert stove, have it as low to the ground as possible. And if you're hanging the TV up, have the TV hung up as high as you can on the wall. I would also then make sure you put a beam in as well, between the TV and the stove to stop any heat from getting up to the TV. The other point as well is that you can check with the TV bracket you get how close it will be to the wall. So, it might be 4 centimeters, it might be 1 centimeter, but the closer to the wall, the better it would be if there's a fire or a stove, because you're obviously keeping it away from the heat. There's also different types of brackets. So, if you're just getting a bracket for, a TV that you don't really care too much about, and it's a solid old TV, you can just pick up a bracket for 20 or 30 quid. That'll be a standard generic one, and that'll do the job. I'd never get one of those, and I'd get that for a kind of a fixed one, or maybe one that you're going to tilt out and leave it at that. But if it's going to be a tilt and swivel, I would pay a bit more for the bracket. I wouldn't be getting a bracket for a tilt and swivel and paying 20 or 30 or 40 quid for it, because you'll be moving your TV around about, and if there's any issues with it, you don't want anything to happen to the TV. Make sure you don't get a flimsy TV wall bracket. I've seen these brackets that they have strings on them, and you pull the strings and they don't really work, because it's tough to get the TV to click against the wall. So I just recommend paying a little bit more for a good bracket. If you love your TV, you love your television viewing experience, and you really want to enjoy it, pay a little bit more for a good bracket. There's a link in the description to one in Argus. It's around 160, 170 euro, but it's a really good one. It's solid, and it goes up to, I'd say, maybe a 55-inch, and I wouldn't use it on anything bigger than that. Like or put any comments below, any questions, I'd be happy to answer them and help you. Okay, folks, have a nice day.